Well, hello. Look at this array of items. So, it's Thursday. It's time for our Marguerite Miller book, where we do a collage each week according to the prompts that have been offered to us. This was last week's. This was week 11. So we're moving on today with week 12, obviously, because that comes after 11. So what have we got? Something found in a treasure chest. Well, I recently got my hands on this tin. I'm guessing it originally had sweets or something like that in it. And it does look exactly like a treasure chest. And in it is somebody's treasures. You know, so the thing that's been found in this treasure chest, I think I showed this as part of a haul video recently, is photos and letters. So I think we're going to use this letter with these stamps, 1948. I think that's really nice. And potentially we'll use a photograph. I'm thinking probably this one. Looks like it could be somebody's dad. So we've taken two things from the treasure chest and we're going to use those. Graph paper. Well, I've got an A4 tea dyed one that I received in a swap recently. So we've got a lot of that. A hand tool. Well, I've got a page from my Sears book here, and you can see we've got some pliers and an array of cobbler's tools there. So they're hand tools. A piece of scrap art. Well, this is a couple of jelly plates that I've done recently but not used for anything as yet. But that's bringing in really the first piece of colour apart from the orange in these stamps. So because that's pink, I then found this piece of beautiful mulberry type paper, which I consider to be a work of art in its own right. So I've got that there. And then something you'd see through the window. Well, flowers, if you were looking into a garden. These are rub-ons, and I thought it might be nice to have white flowers on top of what we do. So shall we set do and see what happens with this little array of things? So I hope you're all well, happy and safe, doing some crafting, and I think I'm going to basically randomly tear. So I think I'm going to tear down there like that. I'm going to potentially tear up there like that. Get rid of, oh, do it the other way, Claire, because you don't want that weird bit of paper. So we've got this to start our page there, and then I think we'll have that piece coming down there. So we're on for a double page spread again this week. So we've got those two there like that. Let's see how we get on tearing this. At the moment, obviously, I'm just building a background. Do I want that down? Or do I want that across? I think I want it across, actually. And then this one. So we're doing a sort of reverse mirror image type thing going on here. There's lovely texture in this. Okay, this is our very top layer. Well, yeah, probably our top layer. So then we're going into our graph paper. And I think that can fit under there. And lead onto there. That gives us three nice areas there. And then on this side we need quite a big area. So sorry, I'm thinking. I'm not very chatty today, am I? It's because I'm planning what's going on, or I'm trying to. That goes there, and then I think this one will come on top. So a little bit like that, a little bit like that. Although I'm wondering if I actually want to mix it up and do less of a copy, as it were, and put that more there. Almost to look at how we can create the same page with the same things, but in a different way. Yeah. And then obviously we've used our graph paper and our discarded art. And then if I take my scissors and cut round this advert like so, then we could have this advert How are you all? What have you been up to? It's obviously a bit of a week for pink tones. We had pink in the Your Creative Studio box, didn't we? And I'm wondering if we get that sort of up there like that. And because that's a set of tools, I'm wondering if somebody's father was a cobbler. So maybe that can sit like that. And then on this page, I'm thinking we could have these ones. So that could go maybe there, cover up like the majority of that gap, because we've got quite a large envelope to come down the bottom here, and I'll fold that up like that. So we've got those two going on there like that. Quite happy with that. Feel like that looks quite good. What I don't know is whether or not the rub-on will work on top of the photograph, but we're about to find out, I guess, aren't we? So we're gonna, no we're not, we're gonna tear it. So I'm gonna offer our ruler there. We'll tear the graph paper and the pink stuff, and then we'll do the same over this side, and we'll tear off our graph paper and our pink stuff, and we can start to do some gluing. So get my trusty, excuse me, glue stick. I've not long had lunch, so come across here, and actually, do you know what, might as well just come all the way down, mightn't I, because we're going to fill the page up anyway. Makes sense. So the pink is going to the top like so. The graph paper is going on top, so we just need a little bit of glue on the top where it's hitting the pink paper, not the page. Stick that down, and then we've got this big piece of discarded jelly art. Jelly art sounds weird, doesn't it? Like it should be something else. Feels like this glue's almost gone. I'm going to get that one in that corner like that. And then we've got our, just going to get a page down. I don't really want to get glue on this paper, so no, that is dead. Now, I've not used this Elmer's glue before, so it looks like exactly the same stuff, if I'm honest. Doesn't it? Exactly the same. Interesting. So then, oops, yeah, no, I thought I had it upside down. That's going to go there, like so. And then we've got this lovely somebody's dad is going to sit here like this. Photographs are weird. Sometimes they'll stick with glue sticks, sometimes they won't. Depends on whether or not there's a back coating. If it won't, we'll get the oohoo out. Nothing argues with oohoo, does it? Okay, so there's side one. And then we are going to do, whoops, side two. So I'm going to put the graph paper down first this time. I think this came from the lovely Jeanette. I think. It was definitely in Happy Mail. Actually, not Happy Mail, I'm lying, it was a swap. And then we've got this one, the discarded art. Now, if we're saying this is exactly the same, and this is 22 grams, and this is, I can't see it written on here, must be on here somewhere, but it feels like 43 grams, then that's double. This is about 60p and this is £1, so this is cheaper. There you go. And now that I'm using it, I am pretty convinced that it is exactly the same gear. Exactly the same. Because I bought this Elmer's recently when I was in Home Bargains, buying plastic envelopes, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure how my glue supply is looking. Now, obviously that looks purple at the moment, but that will go as it has on that one. Okay, and then we did have a big hole here, but that seems to have gone. So that's going up there. I can hear the children shouting in the street, which I'm guessing means must be about 3 o'clock, and it's the end of the school day. And then I'm just going to pop that there like that. We are going to Just a minute. Right, sorry, somebody knocking for a parcel that I took in earlier. It's the only trouble with being the one that's at home all day. You end up with the entire street's worth of parcels. Okay. So, we're going to pop that there, like so. Stick that down, and then I need a little bit of glue on there to stick that bit down as well. Okay, so they are all of our sticky down pieces. Let's just double check. So I can trim these, that's not a problem. So, something found in a treasure chest. Well, we've got this lovely old photo and this envelope. Graph paper, well, that's lurking around in the background. Hand tools. Scrap art. Something out of a window. So, here we go then with our rub-ons. So, first of all, I'm just going to trim this. Like so. What about this side? Does this side need trimming? A little tiny bit there. Okay. Now, let's look at these rub-ons. And as you can see, these are ones that my lovely mum got me in her local charity shop. She has a lot of success. She's got good charity shops where she is. Right, now. So I'm thinking, let's have a look at what we've got. I'm thinking maybe that one is going to sit there like that. So to make it easy and make sure that we don't rub off what we don't want, I'm going to trim round like so. Like that. Okay. And I want that like that. So let's just see if rubbing these off is going to work. I have mixed success with these things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, although that seems to be working pretty well. Yep. Okay, so then we're going down the next bit. Sorry, lots of rubbing, not much talking. Let's have a look. That's all gone. So then it's just this bit here. These are actually some of the best rub-ons I've had. Normally I find they don't work anywhere near as good as this. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay. And then I think I'd like the big flower on there. So I'm going to cut this big flower out. I must check the brand of these because, as I say, whoops, they're some of the best that I've had. And we've actually split that one. Right, so lay it down, make sure I get onto the art and the stamp and the envelope. And the other thing is, of course, you have to make sure it doesn't move, which is a little bit of a headache sometimes. There you go. Yep. Can see that there as well. Love it. Love it. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that there so that doesn't split any further. And we're going to have another one of these, I think. And that one is going to sit in that corner there, on top of the green stamp. Whoops. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me the reason I struggle with these is because I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, I like it. I like it quite a lot. Okay. I think... Do I want more? Or should we... I'm just going to have that one. Then we've got 2 on each. We'll hold on to them for another day. But I think this one could just sit up there on top of this advert.